Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and we're back with another one. And today we're going to be reacting to Spongebob from Billy Woods. This was suggested by Fleenus, so thank you, Fleenus, for the suggestion. Keep coming in the comments down below, especially if you guys got anything you want to hear from Billy Woods or really anybody else. But without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's see what Spongebob is all about. Let's see what Billy Woods got to say. Let's get it.
March through the orchestra pit, the rip CDR skip. You hope the CDS don't stick, bent over dope sick. Too scared to write the book, took it, put it in the hook of a song. No one listened to it, looks like I wasn't wrong. Hit it where they wouldn't look, looking like Saddam. Looking at Taiwan like, look, they shook.
Okay, interesting. Really no clear drop. That bass or guitar comes in, it feels like the top end's been like super choked out on it, and we're really just getting some like the mids and maybe some of the lows in there. Real interesting feel to that. And then the bars kind of just start sporadically and then start to come more and more frequent and closer together. Let's bring this back just a little bit.
Skip. You hope the CDS don't stick, bent over dope sick. Too scared to write the book, took it, put it in the hook of a song. No one listened to it, looks like I wasn't wrong. Hit it where they wouldn't look, looking like Saddam. Looking at Taiwan like, look, they shook. Let's get it on. Shots whizzed, his depression was all gone. Emotional lifting, please use the proper form. Bended the knee, rolled up half a guam.
Cool, and the way the track is mixed, it feels like Billy's voice is a little bit more inside of the beat than actually on top of it. Personally, I have never been a fan of how that feels, because then when you're listening, especially when you're trying to listen specifically to what they're saying, it feels like as if you're trying to read between the lines and there were actually tiny fine print words between the lines of a book, if that makes sense. I'm trying to like listen through the bass and whatever that like high string like synth is at the top to like actually be able to hear what he's saying. Maybe that'll swell and his voice will get more to the top as the track goes on, but it's still clean. I can hear what he's saying. It's all crisp, just a different type of feeling.
Emotional lifting, please use the proper form. Bended the knee, rolled up half a Guam. Lost no sleep over the fate of your white farm. What goes come back around, so when it came for me I wasn't alarmed. Get fished out the hole like Saddam. Tough guys won't go alive, get found unarmed. An object in motion stays in motion, I wait till the sea calm. Slaves like hammer.
We talking about a little physics, we talking about the ocean. He's mentioned Saddam at least twice so far. I believe he is referencing Saddam Hussein, unless there's some other Saddam that I'm just not aware of out there. Or maybe more like the Sodom and Gomorrah type reference, and he just feels like a slightly different pronunciation.
Stays in motion, I wait till the sea calm. Slaves like hammer bronze, ships was yay long. It's too late for qualms with the hammer in the palm. You a slave to the hammer, you do what it wants. Take the good with the bad, fly trees in a Jeep blunt. Niggas put up a good front, but you can see the zipper. Before they took a hit, I watched the niggas shiver.
Oh, okay. Love the way this instrumental is evolving. We're getting a lot of nice textures in here, weird little synth feels. Now, whether it's a bass or a guitar, the stringed instrument that is the lead of the track, essentially, having all that texture come out of it, that fuzz, feeling it, just that drive really pushing it, works well. Love to feel that. And I'm also kind of getting like a Lupe Fiasco wave files type of feeling from this track. He hasn't mentioned it super directly, but talking about like the water being on the ships, be slaves, everything like that. I wonder if there's some kind of linkage to that. And then talking about SpongeBob, being on the bottom of the ocean. But let's see where it takes us.
Cheap blunt, niggas put up a good front, but you can see the zipper. Before he took a hit, I watched the nigga shiver. That Bill Withers, nigga had the nerve to say you can't take it with you. Fuck what I want with any of this shit, dummy. SpongeBob, the whole operation underwater. It's only one God, what we said and tore aboard. The bombs was on us, the bombs was on us. Came back to God like, motherfucker, you promised. You promised. SpongeBob, the whole operation.
Nice little bit of layering on the second "you promised" there. It looks like the SpongeBob name comes from the hook, mostly, or at least we're going to call this the hook until I find out differently. And it's interesting how it's repeating twice directly in the middle of the track. Maybe it's more of a bridge section here.
SpongeBob, the whole operation underwater. It's only one God, what we yelled in Tora Bora. The bombs was on us, the bombs was on us. Came back to God like, motherfucker, you promised. You promised. I get $5 phone calls from the corner store. It's hot, gang, crowded in the door, slid past. Don't you bump nobody, the body control is godly. It's just a hot.
Okay, interesting. So we get about halfway through the track and his vocal actually starts to really come out and that strength comes behind it. So that start at the beginning, definitely done on purpose, having him feel kind of swallowed or with the rest of the beat, then moving to being on top of it, building up that power with that bridge type section works really well. And now it makes this second verse here, just feel like clarity. It's just pop right out in front of you now.
Cars from the corner store. It's hot, gang, crowded in the door, slid past. Don't you bump nobody, the body control is godly. It's just a hobby, picked up in the lobby. It's that nigga karate. Summer, dirt bikes and Kawasaki's. Numbers Fibonacci. Overseas connection choppy. She's getting worse.
Great rhymes. Fibonacci, Kawasaki. Works great together.
These numbers Fibonacci, overseas connection choppy. She's getting worse. Your sister talked to the nurse. Everybody at church. Everybody wants to know if you coming, but they won't say the words. Your days feel rehearsed. Nights come back in short bursts. In the bodega, bass head lurks. Hopping foot to foot, young and slow with that work. Got my African car, but Aki did lotto first. I don't want to see him put her in the dirt. I can't go there with nothing but my shirt.
Yeah. And the flow's got a nice feel to it. This beat is very slow. And it feels great. There's nothing wrong with that. And then it allows his flow to do a lot over the top of it, where he has a lot of room to play around. Like at the beginning, the bars started very sparsely. The flow kind of coming in and then going out. Maybe like the tides. Maybe that's what it has to do with. But regardless. Then it starts to, push a little bit harder against the beat, kind of going back and forth. And then now that we're here where it's swelled and the energy is really built up, that push is really coming out. And it allows him to stuff a lot more content into one bar, having all that space to work with. Very unique track. I haven't heard anything quite like this. And this feels even especially different from the stuff I've heard from Billy and Euclid. Everybody tells me I say this wrong, but I think they're wrong. Armand Hammer, because it's spelled one word. Armand. It's not two words, and I believe the wordplay is the joke that it's actually spelled Armand Hammer, like the baking soda. But everybody wants to be right, so who cares? Let's keep going.
My African car, but Aki did lotto first. I don't want to see him put her in the dirt. I can't go there with nothing but my shirt. Explosions, outside bombs bursting in the sky. Street sidewalks, it's the 3rd of July. SpongeBob, the whole operation underwater. It's only one God, what we said and tore aboard. The bombs operation underwater.
And let me bring this back just for a second.
Honest, the bombs is honest.
Yeah, and then it's that, like, I don't know, like a second guitar, bass line, whatever it is, it comes in with that fuzz like we were talking about earlier. Obviously, that is the hook from the middle now that we got another repetition of it before the song closes out here. Let's see where this takes us. A really kind of just very slow, kind of wandering track.
We said it tore aboard, the bombs was honest, the bombs was honest. Came back to God like, motherfucker, you promised. You promised. Spongebob, the whole operation underwater. It's only one God, what we yelled in Tora Bora. The bombs was honest, the bombs was honest. Came back to God like, motherfucker, you promised.
Yeah. Love that like high string and like keys that come in just to give a little counter melody every so often.
Bombs was honest. Came back to God like, motherfucker, you promised.
You have $10.22 remaining in your account. Please enter the telephone number you wish to dial now, or press *0 to recharge and hear the main menu option.
Bang. All right, guys. Well, that was SpongeBob from Billy Woods, ending it with the little what is it? The automated bank teller talking about got $10 in your account, or not bank teller. They sound like you recharging like a prepaid phone or something like that. But regardless, that was SpongeBob from Billy Woods. Thank you again to Fleenus for the suggestion. That was a cool track, very unique. Definitely not what I expected, but still something I enjoyed. I'll have to go back and listen to really see if I can glean what those overarching concepts in it might be. But keep those suggestions coming in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to see more videos like this. Much love to everybody in the No Shoes Gang, and I will see you all next time.